Welcome everybody to CSI, the game. Bit of a different game than what I usually play.
Graveyard shift. I'm Grissom, and you must be the new intern. I know it's your first night, but we're short-handed and... Grissom. Yeah, Jim. We're just leaving. We've got a homicide. I know you've got good problem-solving skills or you wouldn't be here. You'll have to jump right in on this crime scene with me. John Webster said, "Death hath 1,000 doors to let out life." Let's find out which one our victim took. First officer, fill us in.
Let's see, manager got a call from a guest complaining about noise. He checked it out, found the TV going pretty loud, and this young lady here who didn't exactly need it turned up. No signs of forced entry. Manager's name is Bert Suston. He's pretty bent out of shape, but cooperative enough. You can question him if you want. Wish I had more for you.
It's a start, and the crime scene will have plenty to say. Probably a good idea to start with our victim.
So this is actually my second time recording this, because the first time spent me literally not having a clue what the hell to do. So it's not a blind play, it's a let's play, but last time I played this game I was a child. So left trigger takes us to our locations. Right trigger...
There's more we can learn.
No, sorry. Left trigger takes us to our evidence, where we can go through all the evidence we've acquired. Right trigger takes us to locations, where we can switch locations. We can't switch locations right now. Now if I press the white button, it brings up the case file where we can look at the victim and all the intelligence we have on the victim, our suspects, and reconstructions of the case. So let's get started. This is the murder scene. We've got Grissom there. We can ask him for advice if we really want, but we're going to avoid doing that. I see something on the floor here, so we're going to go over here and check this out.
Expensive bauble to leave behind. May rule out robbery as a likely motive.
So robbery is not really the motive, and it looks like K and Y initials there. So let's just... This is our detection and collection. Detection, all this is to detect evidence, obviously. All this is to collect different evidence. This is like a point and click adventure where you have to use problem solving skills. So we can't really detect anything on this bauble, I don't think, so let's just pick it up.
Initials KY engraved on it. This could help us establish Kylie's identity.
So there we go, that's that done. Now, next up, let's check the actual victim. You'll see that when there's something to be done, you can...
Look at that.
The cursor will turn green.
These marks strongly suggest she was strangled. Likely a violent killing.
Nice, there we go. Let's get the son of a bitch that did this, right? So we've got this little piece here. Now, you kind of want to move a cursor around until you see something, and you see it goes green there. So, but this is one of the moments we have to use detection or collection. Just detection now. None of these really fit, apart from the magnifying scope, because it's a really small area, so magnify traced evidence. There's definitely something there you can see.
Just a hair, right? A tiny thing, and yet so very big. Note, it is not the victim's hair color. Someone else was here, in close proximity to the deceased.
There we go, nice find. Let's take that piece of hair, we'll probably get a match on that. And of course, we're going to take this because it's likely the murder weapon.
Torn from the bed? Easily strangle someone with that. This could very well be our murder weapon.
Now that's all done and dusted. And by the way, I'm probably not going to get every piece of evidence in the game. I'm probably going to miss some things. It's not my forte.
Our killer may be leaving us a message.
$20 in the lips,
In ancient Greece, families put a coin in the mouths of their late loved ones to pay the ferryman to cross the river Styx. Could be our killer is related to our victim and has a bent for mythology, or maybe this is a final insult.
So we will have... I think we do have original voice actors from the CSI crime TV show. So it looks like we've got a lot of bruising there. So that'll be a detection job. Visual enhances or renders evidence, including subdermal bruising and some fluids. Yep, look at that.
Deep bruising patterns suggest a ligature, sexual ritual, or premeditated murder.
I think... Now, I know it's still going green, but that, I think it's just so we can, no, it's got to be something we can still do. I don't think so. I really don't think so. So I think we're pretty much done with this neck. I don't think there's much else we can do. Nothing I can think of at the moment anyway. So with that done, can we look at the hands? No, it seems like the only thing we can look at is this area here. Got a remote down here.
The TV was on. Somebody probably used this recently. Maybe the killer. Let's find out.
What we can do... Ah, there we go. Let's detect. Powder used to enhance fingerprints on smooth polish. That is definitely counts as a smooth and polished surface. Got a print from that. Over here. Go, we've got the bathroom. Let's go in the bathroom, check out the bathroom. What do we have in here?
Some kind of stain on the sink here. We should try to detect what it is.
Well, there is only one detection thing for that, and that is luminol, which causes blood to become luminant.
A bloodstain pattern, trying to tell its story. Nice find. If there was a struggle here, then why no obvious blood on the Vic? We should swab it.
So let's get a swab of that.
We should definitely have Greg take a look at this.
So there is different locations. You have the crime scenes, you have Jim, the law guy, you have Greg at the lab, and you have the coroner as well. So let's take a look at... oh, wait, what was... There we go.
Check that TV for prints, too. Hotel room like this, we may have to sort through dozens, but the right one may be waiting.
There we go, right there. And probably going to be the same kind of thing. There we go, so we've powered through this first case, pretty much because I know what I'm doing for this first case, but... Well, I know what I'm doing for the first little while of the first case, but it's going to get trickier as we go. So here is our first suspect, and his name is Bert Suston, the Honer Hotel. Let's talk to him.
Look, I know a girl died and it's a shame, but I got a business to run. Bert Suston, I manage the hotel. What do you want to know?
Now I wonder, can we? No, I don't think we can.
Showgirl on the strip? Nice enough, never made no trouble. Kind of a regular here, made a half-dozen visits over the past couple of weeks. No credit cards, strictly cash and carry, capiche? If she had company tonight, I don't know who. My business is minding my own business. We only give keys out to registered guests. My patrons don't like to be dropped in on, catch my drift? And I got the only master key. No idea. First name was Kylie. Last, well, that kind of varied. Smith, Jones. Seems I remember her using a different name first time she filled out the checking card. Sure, I figured you'd want to see it. There's an address on it, too.
So that is a good piece of evidence there, the check-in card with an address to check out.
Now, do you mind? Cops hanging around ain't all that helpful for my business.
More evidence. Now, can I take and see if it... No, I can't. Right, okay, I think that's us. So, we can go to a crime scene or CSI offices. Let's go to the apartment building first before we go anywhere else.
Ms. Strickland? Jenny Strickland?
Yes?
Gil Grissom, Las Vegas Crime Lab. My assistant and I would like to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead. Oh. Oh my god. Is it Karen? It's not Karen who got killed, is it?
Maybe we can answer your question, Miss Strickland, if you'll tell us about Karen.
My best friend when I was in middle school, Karen Yardstrom. We took all our Christmas money and bought matching bracelets, inscribed our initials on them. Oh, wow. I haven't heard from Karen in years. She isn't the one who...
That's a strong possibility.
How terrible. Awful. Oh, we ran in different cliques, you know, in high school. Hers was kind of a rougher crowd, but I never dreamed. I'm sorry, Mr. Grissom. I need to go back inside now. I hope I've been helpful.
You have. I'm sorry to bring you such sad news, Miss Strickland. Let's talk to Brass in his office, get him to track down Karen Yardstrom's real address.
We can do that. So let's head to offices and go and talk to Brass. Jim Brass.
Come on in, and I'm glad to see you. We've been short-handed on the night shift for too long. I'm Captain Jim Brass. Anything you need on the law enforcement side, I'm your new best friend. You want somebody brought in for questioning, need a warrant, an arrest? I'll make it happen. So what's up on the hotel killing? Yeah, I looked into our Vic's brilliant showbiz career, which consisted of one chorus line gig with a production that shut down a couple of weeks ago. Sure. Seems she lived in the Hamilton apartments. I'll send a unit to open it up for you.
New location. Now, we could ask to bring in the hotel owner for an interrogation, but we don't really have anything on the hotel owner at this point, so let's just leave that. And instead, go to Kelly Yarstrom's actual apartment. These loading screens are really
Kylie kept things simple.
short.
Neat, orderly, almost compulsive. Sometimes a control freak away from home cuts loose, goes a little wild.
Right, so this is her actual apartment. Right, so from here on I'm kind of unfamiliar, but let's have a look, see and see what we can find. Let's start, we'll do left. What is that? Is that nothing? That's nothing. So far we're not getting much. I see something there, a glass. We can maybe get a partial print of something.
A prescription for interferon. It's used in treatment of hep C infections. Dated yesterday. Kylie may have just found out about her condition.
Damn. So she had hep C. Let's try and get a print.
There's prints, but they're smeared pretty badly.
Unlike we're gonna get a... we'll probably just want to take the whole thing, right? Yeah, there we go. Right, so that is now ours. That's now evidence there. What else can we find? So she had hepatitis C, by the sounds of it. Now you can ask Grissom and whoever you're working with for advice, but let's try and avoid doing that. Right, our workspace is probably where we're going to get a lot of things, I imagine.
Hundreds of years, investigators have examined correspondence and address books for clues. Today, that means checking out a victim's PC. Let's look at her calendar. Her last scheduled meeting was at 10 p.m. with one Devin Rogers at our hotel. Possible suspect. We'll need to talk to Brass to find Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Right, so it looks like she visited Champagne Hotel quite often. But Devin Rogers was the last guy, so he's now a suspect. But we're not probably not done here, just because we have a name.
Kylie, you should buddy Bert. Forget about me. Well, you ain't slipped my mind. Not when you owe me 3 bills for that TV you trashed. Oh, unless, of course, you can think up another way to settle up. You could do that.
Seems our hotel manager knew Kylie better than he was letting on. Let's bring this information to Brass.
There you go. Now we may have a reason to bring in the hotel manager. Doesn't sound like a great guy, in all honesty. Right, so we've got something here.
Seats from different hotels, ordered chronologically.
Definitely a bit of a...
We can't use that here.
no fingerprints there, that's fine. We'll just collect it then. Right, I think that may be us. This is us back where we started. Right, I think that's us. Not missing anything on the floor, am I? Doesn't seem to be. Right, now before we actually go... no, let's go to... let's go to the hotel. See if we can speak to the hotel manager before we bring him in for an investigation. Yep, we can.
Hey, that's all I got is...
Oh no, but he's not interested. Okay. Well, you brought this on yourself, pal. Let's go back to Jim Brass. Yeah, these loading screens aren't really cut out worthy.
Something?
Let's bring in hotel owner first.
Look, we questioned him at the scene. You want to talk to him again, you gotta come up with a good reason. Sheriff Mobley hates it when we harass the locals. It costs him votes.
Oh, but don't I have a good reason?
Look, we questioned him at the scene.
Oh, I need actual evidence to do that.
You say this Rogers was slotted to meet Kylie just before her murder? Don't need any more justification than that. We'll bring the boy right in. We appreciate you cooperating with us, Mr. Rogers.
Cut the BS. You have a warrant. What do you want? Kylie. Oh yeah, sure. The showgirl. I know who you mean.
Know her? How?
We were just, you know, friendly acquaintances. We'd get together, hang out, party a little. Nice kid. Sweet. Not hard like some of the dancers. Everybody liked her.
Somebody didn't like her. She was murdered tonight.
Kylie? Oh no, not Kylie. What kind of sick creep would hurt a nice kid like... Hey, wait a minute. You're not... Now you don't think I... No way. Never. I'm no saint, but I never killed no one. Check it out. Jeez, I don't really remember. You know how it is with social stuff. 2 weeks, maybe? There's nothing else I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I...
Alright, so... let's actually go and talk to the coroner instead. I think we're done in terms of talking to suspects. And then once we get here...
Grissom's latest victim, huh? Well, I'm in charge of the victims who aren't still walking around. Albert Robbins, welcome aboard. I'll do my best to answer your questions. How our Vic died, what the murder weapon was, maybe even the deceased's identity. And remember, I'm dealing with trace evidence you weren't even aware of at the crime scene, so don't be a stranger. When you need information about the body, just ask.
Now, before we talk to this guy, we're actually going to end this episode here. So thanks for being here for this first episode of Criminal Minds. Crime Scene Investigation. Hope you have enjoyed, and I hope this is going to be a good Let's Play for us. It's a nice different thing from what I usually do. So, I'll see you guys next time where we really try to find out who killed Kylie Yardstrom. Or was it Karen Yardstrom? I think it was Karen Yardstrom. Yeah, it was definitely Karen Yardstrom.